At one point, these Roblox games had millions and billions of visits, but then they got abandoned. Like Vehicle Simulator is a game with 663.5 million visits, but now only 30 active players, and the last update was more than a year ago. So what exactly happened to this game / this developer? Well, you're going to be surprised with this one, but the game was actually created by SimBuilder. If you go to his profile, you'll realize that he's currently banned. More on this later though. But the game was created in the year 2014, and at first, it was really popular, with thousands upon thousands of people playing it daily. But if we look now, there's only 30 people playing, if that. So what caused this game to fall? Well, the game ended up being very easy to hack or glitch, causing players to get a lot of money, and pretty much making it unfun for the other players who were actually playing this game legitimately. Not only that, but the updates weren't that amazing. The cars felt lazy at times. There was a giant map change that a lot of people didn't like, but none of this explains why the game got abandoned, because what actually happened was this game developer SimBuilder tried to get into RDC in the year 2023. If you don't know what that is, it's a developer conference where a lot of YouTubers, content creators, and game developers all come in to see the latest Roblox updates and even do a whole award to celebrate some of the games and content creators. But in the year 2023, that's when things went bad. See, to attend RDC, you had to be invited to go, and SimBuilder, being a popular game developer, unfortunately did not receive an invite, but he still decided to go. This caused the police to come in and escort him away, but then he decided to punch a cop, and then this happens. He was obviously arrested because of this, but not only that, they found firearms in his vehicle with a large capacity magazine with armor-piercing ammunition. What was he gonna do with all this? We don't really know, but Roblox did not want to risk anything, so they decided to cancel all of RDC, and thus SimBuilder was arrested for about a year, with him revealing on September 15th, 2024, "Finally, they let me leave jailbreak." But yeah, obviously because of this, he did receive a ban on his Roblox account, leaving this full project abandoned. I also like how Albert commented he put up a good fight, and also speaking of Albert, he too has a few abandoned Roblox games, and for actually good reasons. So in the past, Flamingo has made these troll games with millions of views, but as you can see, it was updated 4 years ago. So this one, for example, is called Girls and Boys Salon, and the idea is that it looks like a normal Roblox salon where you can roleplay getting your hair done, but then you pick something out and realize that's not actually what you got. Yeah, he did this for a whole Roblox video where at first glance it looks normal, but then a creepy face ends up popping out after a few seconds. Ugh. Not only that, but you can step on these things to apparently get the clothing that they're wearing, but then that ends up just reshaping your Roblox avatar. The worst part is if you try to get your hair done, you end up with like this chain around your head that actually ends up killing your character. And Albert's done this multiple times on different Roblox accounts aside from his own, but for good reason. Because if you were to make these games on his account, he would more than likely get banned. And he actually has gotten banned in the past. There's another game that he made called Boys and Girls Cafe, but this time when you join it, it's completely blank. It's pretty much the same as a salon game.
Oh, she drank it!
So how can these games get him banned? Well, see, Flamingo likes to troll a lot, and to make these games, he uses a lot of the free assets in Roblox Studios. And sometimes these free assets can contain viruses. Viruses that will allow other people to access his games and do something extremely bad. Like the last time he made a game on his own account was back in 2019, where he got his account permanently deleted.
Wait, guys, wait, it's not what it looks like. Wait, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, he even explains it right here.
Somebody hacked my game and then got me banned. Yeah, no, I showed some clip of someone hacking my game, and then Roblox banned me because somebody hacked my game. They said I was doing a couple of hate speeches, a couple not appropriates, a couple yeses. So they just deleted this guy being me.
And ever since that video, he's always made alternate Roblox accounts and publishes the games there and then just kind of lets them die out. But if you look through them, they all at one point had millions of visits, but now with 0 active players. And if you thought that story was crazy, well, this one's actually more on the sad side, because this abandoned game is called Treeland's Legacy, a game with 16.6 million visits, but now with only 11 active players, and its last update being more than 2 years ago. It's a fun little game where you can make your own tree houses and go visit other players' creations, and the game was spearheaded by Newfissy, who before working on Treelands actually had another successful game called The Roblox Plague. This was created back in 2014 with 7.7 million visits visits, but he ended up leaving it to create Fissy Games, where he and his team would end up working on Treeland's legacy. But then something tragic happened. The game just suddenly stopped receiving updates, and a year later, in the year 2017, Fissy ended up making a new game called Adopt Me, one of the most popular Roblox games of all time with 38 billion visits. And at this point, the community of Treeland's legacy felt abandoned. Many people thought that New Fissy just stopped caring about the game to pursue money, but there is actually more to that. See, in a Reddit post from 5 years ago, New Fissy actually explained why he quit developing Treelands to make Adopt Me. Sometime during the Treelands legacy development, one of the developers ended up dying, and according to New Fissy, they stated that losing this important individual had deep ramifications for our team. This individual was with us from the beginning, and their loss caused a senior member of our team to spiral into a deep depression. New Fissy doesn't go into detail, but he explains that the development team became deeply unhealthy and toxic, and therefore he knew that he needed to leave. And so he ended up teaming up with Bethink to create Adopt Me, a game that's inspired from his childhood of playing games such as Club Penguin, Toontown, Neopets, and Tamagotchi. Seems like a wholesome moment, unlike this next game developer who ended up losing everything. And that's Ripple Minigames, a game similar to Mario Party, and it was created in the year 2014, with at its peak having 309 million visits. And this wasn't Ripple's first successful game. In the year 2008, he ended up creating Roblox Derby, another successful game with 7 million visits, but Ripple Minigames was definitely one of the biggest games they ever made. In fact, it was so popular, the Roblox staff themselves even liked his game and featured it in the Roblox Egg Hunt 2015. This caused the game to blow up even more, and they would even show it in more events such as the Summer Camp 2015, Bloxtober 2015, and the Imagination event. Ripple Minigames was so insanely popular that Roblox even made a whole article on how Ripple Minigames was dominating Roblox. But then something happened. Another Roblox developer known as Typical Type took interest in this game and decided to make their own game. That game being called Epic Minigames, a game that to this day still receives thousands upon thousands of players daily with 2.1 billion visits. And it was created back in the year 2015, just a year short of Ripple's minigames. But there was something about Epic Minigames that made it significantly better than Ripple's minigames. It had constant updates, it had better games, better thumbnails. And remember when Ripple Minigames was featured in the Roblox events in 2015? Well, in the year 2016, all those events went to Epic Minigames, leaving Ripple with literally nothing. So at this point, Ripple gave up on Ripple's minigames and ended up working on a new game called Rovive, a game inspired by the popular game Rust. And the game actually seemed to be promising, but then something happened. Ripple ended up getting banned. Now, why did this happen? Well, there's this group called Ripple Minigames fans, and in their experiences, they released a couple of games, one of them being a Pokemon Brick Bronze clone, which is pretty much a copyrighted game full of Pokemon assets that the Pokemon company do not like at all. So the game ended up getting deleted, and Roblox thought that this was Ripple that did this and caused his account to get banned. Now, after some time, Ripple did eventually get his account back, and he would continue making games, but this time for the wrong reason. At one point in his About page, he wrote, "Roblox is a bad platform. I'm only here cause money." Not only that, but he ended up getting a second ban. And this one is kind of a mystery. There's a lot of theories as to why he could have gotten banned, but I'm not going to cover that. Another mystery is the disappearance of a ton of Piggy games, like this popular one that used to be called Piggy Roleplay, a game with 76.1 million visits, but now it's just completely abandoned and set to private. So what exactly happened? Well, the game Piggy Roleplay was created by a developer known as Infected Developers, and it used a lot of Piggy assets. And obviously the game is based off of Piggy, the game by Minitoon. See, sometime in the year 2020, there's a ton of Piggy games that were getting deleted, and many people thought that Minitoon was going around deleting all these games for copywriting his game. But actually, Minitoon was not at fault. He actually supported all these games and did try to bring them all back. But this is where the mystery still continues, because at some point, Infected Developer, the creator of the Piggy Roleplay game, ended up changing his name to Magenta. He also never unprivated his game, and then also made this weird group called Hey We're not sure what exactly happened there, but as for all these Piggy games disappearing, YouTuber Chiseled actually messaged Minitoon asking what exactly happened at that time, and Minitoon replied that out of nowhere, around the year 2020 and 2021, a bunch of Piggy games were randomly randomly taken down, and I still am not sure as to why. Honestly, pretty mysterious. Unlike these next two games that unfortunately died for the wrong reasons. And that's Anime Fighting Simulator and its sequel, Anime Fighting Simulator X. Now, these two games were insanely popular. It's your average fighting simulator, but this time with your favorite anime characters. We've got Goku, Luffy, Naruto, and then most recently Gojo. But they also had some My Hero Academia characters. And all was fine until My Hero Academia ended up making their own official Roblox game, and that's when they had a problem. Yeah, there's this tweet here that says if you have any My Hero Academia assets in your game, it may get a DMCA request. GameFam has partnered with Crunchyroll to make a licensed My Hero Academia game and is now DMCAing any games like Anime Fighting Simulator that contains MHA assets. And yes, that is true. The game did end up getting deleted. Yeah, Roblox did warn these developers, but they only gave them 24 hours to change the assets like the characters, the zones, and all that. Yet the official My Hero Academia game wasn't even any good. You had to pay to access it and only got 32,000 visits with currently 0 people playing it. So obviously the game did not do good at all, and it ended up destroying this animated fighting simulator game, a game that at one point many people loved. I tried going to the creators of Anime Simulator X's Twitter, Block Zone, but their last post was a retweet of this whole DMCA request. The good news is that the last time they updated Anime Fighting Simulator X was 3 days ago. Even though the game is set to private, I do see the creator Nixon currently in the studio. He's working on other games right now, but maybe Anime Simulator X will make a comeback? Only time will tell. Anyways, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye!